What a day. So as you can see, my puppy and I are still in Brisbane. We got denied at the last minute to board the flight. So I feel I need a bit of story time because I do need to vent. So per my last video, I did say that I was a little bit anxious because it's a bit of a tight squeeze with Gia fitting in the allowed carrier. It has to be a soft carrier, blah, blah, blah. It needs to be 44 by 26 by 28. So this one is a little bit taller because she is a bit of a taller girl. So just to put my mind at ease, I called Virgin Australia's contact center this morning and they said, look, can't tell you, maybe you might get declined, but turn up anyway. So we did. So I did. Just a bit of an FYI to people that live in Brisbane, that if you wish to fly with your doggy in the cabin with you via Virgin Australia, that it only departs from Gold Coast Airport, not from the big Brisbane airport, okay? And it makes sense because Gold Coast Airport is a lot quieter than the big main Brisbane domestic. So I'm so grateful for my good friend, her husband, and the kid who dropped us off at the airport, almost 2 hours away, okay? And saw us through the whole check-in process where I had to complete the forms. They had to check Gia over. They had to check her soft crate that it complies, which it did. I bought 3 different crates, soft crates, okay? And they said, it's a little bit tight, but she should be okay. She can crouch a little bit and she'll sleep. And I said, yeah, she's fine. She's a good traveler. And there you go. Got issued with a boarding pass. Got my luggage checked in. Got these, see, clip lock thingies to secure her crate when we do go through security. So our flight was at 6:40 this evening. So boarding is at 6:10. They said be there at least half an hour beforehand. So Gia and I had about an hour to spare because we were there super early, just in case anything happened. So we had a meal, took Gia for a long walk, made sure she had lots of wheeze, she hydrated, and she did number 2s and lots of playtime. So about half an hour before boarding time, we went back to the check-in counter and presented our boarding pass to say, hey, we're now ready to go through security. So a different staff member looked at her and said, she's crouching, looks like she's too tall and she can't really turn around. And I understand it's on the website, but to my defense, I did call their staff at the contact center and I got thoroughly checked by 2 staff members when we were checking in and they said it is good to go. So this lady said, oh, she doesn't look too comfortable. Would you like to try purchasing the one that they've got via the airlines, which is $99, but I'm desperate at this stage. So I said, yes, show me. Their carrier is much smaller, it's much narrower, it's shorter, so no go. So Gia and I got declined. We got declined. I just didn't know what to think. Speechless, actually. Look, I respect it, but to my defense, like, you know, why do you give somebody false hope given the fact that you've checked them in already? And they said, in their opinion, 2 of them said it was okay. So, long story short, it is already a long story. They said they'll fully refund me or they can reschedule me to another flight free of charge. I said, that's cool. That's fine, thank you. They noted it down in the back of the reservation to say that fully refunded. Okay, and to call this number, right? So I called that number and they said that they will only refund my ticket or they will give me a, not a refund, but a travel credit. and that's fine because I need to go back and forth to Melbourne anyway. But they would not refund me Gia's ticket, the $150. The Virgin Australia staff members that I saw physically at the airport told me that I was going to be fully refunded because I was given the wrong advice. That the staff member that checked me in with another senior staff, by the way, needed further training. Now, why in the world did the contact center staff members say to me that they will only refund me or give me travel credit for my own ticket and not the cost for my dog? They said it was unclear. It's unclear, and yet you're already denying me? I know it's only little money, but this travel to Melbourne is very, very important to me. Okay, it's very, very important. It was already quite stressful trying to organize my dog to make sure that we complied. Took her to the vet. I got her a certificate to fly. Okay, going to the vet, and it cost me $150 for just a checkup. And the fact that I live 2 hours away, and Uber home was nearly $200. And the time and the frustration and the arrangements that I've made for this travel, which is very, very important, gone. Like, there's absolutely no help. I know that the contact center staff were doing their best, but they had no appreciation, they had no empathy, and I know for a fact that that was outsourced from the Philippines. I'm Filipino, okay, but I didn't want to disclose it to the contact center staff because this hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. It's terrible. It's terrible service. Like, I have a lot riding on this travel. This is not for leisure. This is a family emergency. It's a family emergency that I need to go. What am I gonna do now? And yet, no empathy whatsoever. It was just a business transaction. Despite of what's been told, they're a big airline, and who am I? You know, so I don't know. That's why I'm telling this story outright, to make sure that you guys, if you do plan to travel with your dog, that this dog is maybe a ceramic dog and not a real dog. Because a cavoodle, I've got a miniature cavoodle, and she's a little bit taller, I understand, but she's not very tall. She's about, I'd say about 31 centimeters height. And the regulation is that the limitation is 28 or something along those lines. So it was a tight squeeze, but you've thoroughly checked it, and you could not have advised me at that stage, so I could have made other arrangement and not be sitting at the airport stranded with my dog, very exhausted, and have lost money. It's nothing but a drop in the bucket for you guys, but you know, we're real people here. That was an important trip. It is an important trip. Now I don't even know when I'm gonna get my travel credit so I can actually fly. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Please, I need advice. I need help. Virgin Australia, come to the party, will you? God bless you.